Yeah, I want to talk about Daniel Penny because I heard some horrific things on the streets of New York. You know, DA Alvin Bragg should have never brought this case. Many say that it was, a racially motivated case. Fortunately, Neely was, acquitted yesterday in unanimous decision by the jury on the second charge after the manslaughter was thrown out. But, Mike Davis, Article 3 Project says the DOJ that's coming in can clearly open up a probe. There's racial discrimination, Penny's civil rights potentially violated. And then, you talked about the violence. I heard people yesterday screaming that they need vigilantes in New York. That's the last thing New York needs, of course, with all the gang members and illegals that are in the city. Bragg really did some damage here, and he's done a lot of damage to incoming President Trump. We know that.
What I'm about to say may shock Mark Cuban, but with the last 48 hours of announcements from President Trump, with the superb Alina Habba coming in as counsel to the president, and then yesterday, oh my gosh, I mean, what a day, Harmeet Dillon as the head of one of the most corrupt elements within Biden's corrupt DOJ. So she will be the deputy to the Attorney General for the Civil Rights Division. The strong women, the intelligent strong women that Mark Cuban doesn't think exist, well, they're going to get to the bottom of all this. I mean, Harmeet Dillon, a legal warrior par excellence, and the de-weaponization of the Department of Justice and the FBI will begin at 12:01 on January the 20th, when Kash Patel comes as FBI director, when Pam Bondi, when Harmeet Dillon. We got to get to the bottom of this, because we need to put that blindfold back on the eyes of Lady Justice.
Yes. And then you have Tulsi Gabbard, another powerful woman. She's on the Hill, as is Kash this week, Secretary Defense
Susie Wiles,
Secretary,
don't forget
appointee.
the female chief of staff.
I just want to ask you, because Joni Ernst had a second meeting with Hegseth, and she's now coming around, warming up to it. Now, she was potentially on the short list if he was not successfully confirmed, but she seems to have changed her sort of thoughts on him. But all of Donald Trump's picks, why wouldn't they get confirmed? I mean, there's a report here saying that since the Clinton administration, there's been 72 nominees, and only 2 of them have been actually vetoed by the incoming president's party. All these rhinos, I think they're being put on notice.
Yeah, this is absolutely shocking. The people on Capitol Hill who have an R after their name need to just wake up and smell the coffee grinds. The president has a triple mandate, not only the House, not only the Electoral College, but the popular vote. 77 million Americans said, we want that man as our commander-in-chief again, and as a result, you need to support his picks. How is it that these so-called putative Republican senators are fine voting yes for Merrick Garland, who weaponized the DOJ to the tune of something we've never seen before, or fine voting for Lloyd Austin, who was in breach of the U.S. Constitution? You can't be a general and then take off your suit and become a civilian Secretary of Defense without the mandatory 2-year cooling off period. But I guess that doesn't matter if it's a Democrat president's nominee. So no, please, everyone in the swamp, 77 million Americans have spoken. Pay attention.
Seb, with your new position, and congratulations, by the way, I think you're going to be phenomenal working with counterterrorism. I just want to get your reaction. There are reports Kari Lake may be a top contender to become Trump's ambassador to Mexico. That's an important role, obviously. We know he's had a call with the president of Mexico, Sheinbaum, already. What do you make of these reports and Kari potentially being that ambassador to Mexico?
Well, look, just don't tell Mark Cuban again. I've been arguing for Kari to have a position if the race was unsuccessful in the Trump administration. I thought something to do with election integrity would be perfect for her. I haven't discussed this with the president. I haven't discussed this with Kari. But having a no-nonsense emissary of every ambassador is the president's representative. So to have Kari Lake representing the 47th president of the United States in Mexico, I think that would do a lot to stabilize that country and help them get serious with President Trump, with Mike Waltz, the incoming national security advisor, with great governor, Kirsty Noem, another person you shouldn't mention to Mark Cuban. We need to stop the cartels. We need Mexico to be strong, and Kari Lake can be part of that equation.
Information. Truth. is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.